With the last chapter of One Piece, Oda just turned this man Blackbeard into a crash out demon. He's gonna go from a dude that used to run from the smoke to a dude that wants nothing but the smoke. So with chapter 11-13 of One Piece, we learned that the world of One Piece is going to sink into the ocean. So all of this is finna be gone very soon. How soon, we don't really know, but with the chapters to come, we might just find out. But regardless, that means that it puts the world of One Piece on a timer. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever dreams you gotta accomplish, you better do them sooner than later, because there probably ain't gonna be no later. And when you take somebody like Blackbeard who's over-relied on devil fruits to the point where he has 2, possibly more, and an entire crew of nothing but devil fruit users, it's like, yeah, eventually it's gonna be GG for you. I mean, it's gonna be up for everybody on Earth, but like, especially Blackbeard. But I think Blackbeard finally getting this information that the world's gonna sink is gonna make him actually go for his dreams and run the risk just like Luffy does. Because despite having the strength to fight admirals like Sengoku and everybody else that was at Marineford, Blackbeard is very much the type of person to kind of sit in the back and wait for the right time to do what it is that he's trying to do. So in a situation where, like, let's say Akainu pulls up, he's like, you know what, instead of dealing with that problem that I might be able to, take care of, I'm just gonna back off and leave, and I'll try to do whatever else later. And it wasn't because he was threatened by Akainu, because he did the exact same thing with Rayleigh. With Rayleigh after the fact even mentioning that, yeah, I would have never beat Blackbeard, but Blackbeard was playing it very cautious. I'm gonna do what I want to do later. But what if the time come where, there ain't no later? Blackbeard will now no longer be able to sit in the back and wait for the right opportunity to make his moves. He's gonna have to act now or just lose everything. Which I think is going to force Blackbeard to be in situations where he normally would run away, because we've been seeing him do that. And instead he's going to risk it just like the same way Luffy does and fight the problem head on, because he has no time to wait anymore. Now the only question left would be, what is it he's trying to do? Which we still don't know. All we do know is that what he's trying to do revolves around taking over the world. Which again, might very well change if this whole thing goes underwater. But with Katarina Devine having touched Saturn and can now turn into a Gorosei member, he kind of has the influence to push everything that he wants into the direction that he wants. Through Katarina Devine, he's going to be able to speed up the moves that he wants to make around the world. Get influences and allies that he probably never thought possible. Which is probably going to result in him doing the exact same thing that possibly Emu did 900 years ago. Because what I'm imagining is 900 years ago, the world was going to sink even way back when. So Emu, who didn't want to lose all the power that they had just obtained, went to the red line to go to the very top and, alright, I'm going to make this my home. Only to pull up and see that there's still Lunarians up there. A race of beings that they probably never seen before. And what do? They wipe them all out. And then these guys set up shop where they used to be, and it's been that way for hundreds of years. After all, the person in charge is just the dude that has the most power in the room. And Blackbeard may be trying to do the exact same thing by going up to the red line, like, alright, if the rest of the world's going to sink, that's where I gotta be. Only to get up there and see the celestial dragons, holy knights, maybe admirals, but since Blackbeard can't wait no longer, since he no longer has the luxury of choosing when he wants to fight, I would imagine he would just square up with all of them right then and there and take them all out so that he can set up there and he can have his kingdom. But this is just a theory of mine, so I'm not saying any of this is like guaranteed to happen. But what do you think? Do you think Blackbeard has the luxury of waiting around anymore? Do you think Blackbeard has the luxury of saying things like it's too early to fight you, or does he have to just fight right now? I think he does, but what do you think?